Hello and welcome to my craft room. I'd like to thank you for spending some of your time today while I show you how to make a piano side tuck. And I made this the previous year, and what it is, it has little tiny pockets all up and down through the piano keys. And over here you can put a large ticket is the way I made this. I rounded off the corners and put a few words on there. It has to do with theater, movies, whatever, composing. And stick around and I'll tell you a few other ways to use this besides as a journal page or for other reasons. And I started with a Bow Bunny pack, and it had this page in it. And that's the one I used. And messed up a little bit. That's the one I used for the big ticket inside. So what I ended up doing is just cutting the ticket down to be 7 5/8 by 4 3/4. And you have a couple little extra pieces for something later on. So that can be set aside. And then you need a piece that is going to be your base. And I don't think I put my numbers down for that one, but it is about 3 inches by 8.5. So that is what you're going to start with. And I'll do it on top of this. This is going to be the piece I'm going to glue it to later and show you how to put it on your pages. But you start here with the left edge. The way I'm going to put this in is going to be on this side of my page, just like the example I showed you. So we're going to start by taking our keys, and you have white keys that are 2.5 by 7/8, and you need 12 of them. And what you're going to do is you're going to start at the bottom and glue upwards. And we're going to do a U-shaped gluing, a U-shaped edge with the glue. And who doesn't have a bunch of little smalls laying around? That's what I call them. And you never know what to do with them. So I thought this was a neat little idea. Anybody else that has been looking for something to go in a male or female journal, this would be perfect. It goes for either one. So you're able to just add it as part of their decor inside. All right, I'm going to show you how to do this first one. You're going to just slightly overlap. Now, in some cases, oh crap, I did it the wrong way. Oh, I was supposed to start at the top. Lesson learned, lesson learned. Okay, I ripped that up just a little bit, so that one's okay. I'm going to put this at the top. I'm sorry. As I said, it was previous year. I don't always remember. Now, the top one, you probably wouldn't need to make it a pocket. So we're just going to glue it down all the way, because it's not going to be used unless you want something to stick out the top. But I'm not going to worry about it for this one. All right. Now, let's continue. Now, I said you only need 12 of these, but it could be, depending on how you overlap and how you stack them, you may need more. So you just have a few extras, I guess, on hand, just in case. And this is where you're going to overlap just a tad. Right there. If you feel like you need a little bit of a grid design to go by, you can put you some little marks on either side down through here. You're going to cover us all up, so you can mark all over it, so nothing will be seen. So mark to your heart's content. Okay. And I'm going to go down through here. As you can see, I'm slightly overlapping it. See that little bit I'm overlapping? That's just so it doesn't mess us up later on. So I'm going to finish this off and I'll be right back. Okay, and then in some cases you may not need all the keys. And see, I told you you needed 12, but I'm only needing 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this 11th one down here as best I can. Now, if you would have done it, well, you're going to do it the right way. You're going to leave that last one at the bottom till the last. You could trim that part off to work the way you need it to. I'm going to try to squeeze this one in here till it looks kind of like it should go there. See, it's a little off, but that's okay. I'm believing I'm going to use this in my example book, my book for ideas, my ideas journal. That's what it's called. Sometimes I remember words and sometimes I don't. All right, so there we go. This one is adios. And what we're going to do here is at least trim this edge off. We don't need all this edge that's sticking out. We need our piano keys to be nice and crisp. There we go. Get that extra piece off. Now, what I'll do here is, let me find my example and put it over here. And as you can see with my example, I have went in here and pull a few of these out. I have went in here and did like a little edge kind of a design. Now you can go along the edge here with some ink. I did not. Whoopsie. But what I've done is done like a little U-shaped thing here with this. It's a photo twin. It's like for you color up photos with them. This is from way back when. And amazingly, a lot of these things still work. So I just go down through here like this and give it some kind of a little design. I mean, so it looks like it's sort of the edge corner of your piano. You're just giving them the impression and separating your keys. Giving a little shadow, you know, on the bottom side. I could come over here and do like a little bit of this. Well, some of that's going to be covered up with the black keys, so maybe I need to come back in here later and do this part. I'll do that for now. I might have to come back and do a little bit more of that. Now, I had this piece here that was a whole 12 by 12. I tea-dyed it, and then I inked it along the edge, and it's the 8.5, and it's only about 5/8 wide. But you're going to put this on here at the end. But I thought I'd let you know that music page would make a perfect edge on there. The next part are the little black keys. They are 1.5 by 1/2. And you need 8 of them. Now you may know the better way to do these, but what I did is I did 3, 2, and 3. I've never played a piano. I don't know much about music, but I started down here with the very last key. I think I'm going to go up one. Since this one's the one that's a little bit of, it's off, I'm going to start with that one. And all you're going to do is you're going to only glue the very lower edge, like the last third of your piece. And maybe the inside or where the edge will be here, just to make it sturdy. Okay, so we're going to glue that down here. And what happens when you glue it that way, it is not hindering our item from going in when you're only gluing that third down on the bottom. Gosh, it's hard for me to describe things sometimes, but I trying. I get tongue-tied on here still. I don't. The stage fright has got me bad. I tried to make myself some scripts so you can get a better version of me. Now I'm got to make sure that I get all my little guys at the right distance out here on the edge. So just pay attention to that as you're doing this, because they all go straight up and down. Okay, and that one can go there. Now I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back. Okay, one trick as you're doing this is to make sure that your key is right in the center of the white ones. I forgot to mention that because that's the way they are, I believe, on a keyboard. So I want to make sure I rest that down and it's right there, halfway, half and half. And I'm going to run off of my page, but that's okay. I had one less of the white keys that I needed and one less of the the black keys. That is fine with me. I forgot my trimmer is bad, so it did not trim my edges very well at all, as you can see. Oh, how terrible. Okay. Since this is for my ideas journal, I don't need to be that great exact on it. Okay. Now, I can go back in. All of those are open. I don't have anything that's not open. So that's wonderful. And now I can go back in with my marker and do a little bit of creative edge marking here. Just to give the idea of separate keys. This got messed up, so maybe I can go in here like this and make it look like it's the shadow of the black key. Now some ideas, other ideas that you can do for this is to use it on a slimline card. Now, can you imagine it being a little bit longer like a slimline is? And you have it on the top edge maybe. And it's like a tall slimline, and it might look like a whole keyboard. I think that would be pretty nice. And then another idea is maybe do a card, a greeting card, that's a thank you to teachers. It may be teaching your children, band teachers, maybe even make a card to thank your organist at the church. There's a lot of different ways that this could be worked into, you know, a journal or as a card. And you might even be able to make it somehow into like an ornament, like just to make a shorter version of this. And you could make it taller. I mean, not glue all the bottoms and make it a deep pocket and slide you a gift card in there and put it on the tree for somebody that's into music. That might be a pretty cool idea too. All right, we got our edge down. Now we got to work on our ticket. And I thought of a ticket. Well, that's right. I still got to do my shine. See how I brought my glossy accents to show you, and I may put it on one of them, but I think I'll have to not put it on all of them just for time's sake. You can kind of see how glossy it makes these. See how shiny that is? Ooh, look at it. Makes it really shiny. But what we got to do is we've got to put us a little shine, because that is really pretty up on the top, because I'm thinking of the light source coming from the top. So we'll do that, and you put like just a little dash. It could be a line, a simple line. It can be back here instead of at the top or the front, but it just gives you the illusion of light reflecting off of this really, really shiny key. Okay. There. And this is a jelly pen, a jelly roll pen. There's different sizes. I have a 5, but it doesn't work. It's a really sharp point and a skinnier point, but it doesn't work as well. I don't know why. It just doesn't. Okay, so now we're going to go in here with our glossy accents. Let me see if it's working. Sometimes I have to use a pen to open it because it's a glue. It's the way Tim Holtz talks, it's the exact same type of makeup as the what is that he's got? His collage medium. It's the exact same stuff. Now you could come in here and put your glossy accents, do an outline first, and then fill in. You can actually drag you a pen through it. As soon as you put it on here, you can drag a pen through it if you look like you have bubbles or spots that's missed. But do it quick because it dries fast. And when you put it on like a colored surface, it really enhances the color. It brings it out really nice. So this is what the glossy accents will look like when you get it on there. And it will dry. It'll dry completely clear. It looks a little milky right now, but that'll go away. So what we're going to do next is work on our ticket. And that is this right here. And as you can see, this ticket, I did a rounded edge on it. And what we need to do is use a 1 inch, 1 inch on all your corners. And if you look at it, you can do one corner, and then to be sure, and actually I did it a little too deep. I did it a little too deep. Whoopsie. But we're going to have to go with it. But what you, and the reason I'm saying I went too deep, see how I got those 2 points going inward? I didn't want that. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to make sure we do the same exact spot on all 4 corners. So we're just going to use that and make us a line on where to lead our punch. Gosh, I don't know if I saw that one. All right, good enough. There we go. Go in here with our punch and find our spot. You don't have to be exact with this, but it doesn't hurt. And we're making the impression of a ticket like they went to the opera. Somewhere like that. And we're going to ink around the outside of this. But we're also going to get that out of the way. We're also going to put us a few words on here. Some of the words I don't have like I did before, like the cast of characters and all that. But all we got to do is rub us a little ink on their edges. I see where a little bit of pencil's left there, so I can go back in there with my eraser and grab anything that got left. And here are our words. I like this one because it says forever is composed of nows. Since you do a lot of composing, you know. I like to play on words. So that's going to get stuck on there. I got to do a little glue though, because sometimes these don't work that well. I want to put a little bit of shadow on it too. Okay, I thought you might like to see where I got these words. And also, the piece that came off of here would tell you the next paper that was in the pack. So what I did is I just used this to put on here. I'll cut them down and put them on here. I thought it would get lost if I just put the words there. But anyhow, the seen and noted, you know, notes. Anyhow, that's the metallic sticker book. I really like this one. It's got black or it's got white, but then it gives you labels to put your words and stuff in. I thought that one was cool. And then small talk. That's the other one. It just has like regular things. And there's another one I've got over there too. It's more like Victorian words, books out of Victorian books kind of thing. And I thought since a lot of numbers may be used in music, that this here would work good, since this background has a little bit of numbers on it in different angles. So we'll go like this, get that all glued up, and it'll be ready to be placed. Maybe like right here. And we'll put this on the upper side. There we go. And if you like this idea, I would appreciate you leave me a comment. Let me know how you might plan to use this. If you are able to use it in any of the ways that I suggested above. And I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you appreciated this idea. I'm always trying to come up with different things. Now I have to be careful here because of this being wet from the glossy accents. But the way you're going to put this down, you're going to glue your outside edges. Well, I mean your top and your bottom is definite on either way you're going to put this in your book. But then since I'm going to the outside edge here, I have to do, oh gosh, I'm shaking. I have to do this outside edge to put it down for my tuck. Okay, and then you just edge it up to the thing, put it down, push it in a little bit, and then our ticket will slide right in just like that. And I really appreciate everybody coming to see me. I'd like you to have a great day, and thanks for visiting.